welcome you to Los Angeles. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. So, almost ready to get underway. Our starting pitcher in this one, Justin Robles.
Boog, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound. There are times he's really good, but that's not always the case. For me, I want to see how aggressive he's going to be out there. We'll see it right away if he's pitching with confidence. And if he is, he should be just fine.
So up now for Chicago, Nico Hoerner. Swing and a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced.
Runner takes off. Up the middle. Throw on to Freeman. And they get Bregman for the out. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Up the middle. Rojas with the throw to first. That's it out.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
So now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. No score yet, but a runner at third with 2 away. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And it one-hops the wall. And in at second with an RBI double.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
So runner at second, 2 down. Now it's going to be Carson Kelly. And downstairs. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Pajes under it. And that is that. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound today, Shota Imanaga. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Outside low, 2-2. That one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The wind of the pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
In the air out to center. That one gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that.
Shohei on the go. Pitch is high. Save at second with a stolen base.
Looks like they're trying to answer back on that run they gave up in the top of the first by being aggressive on the base paths. I like that, especially early in this ball game. Be aggressive while you can and see if it leads to some type of big inning.
Next offering is in for a strike. Ohtani stands at second with no outs. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Shohei to the plate and scores. It's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now, Andy Pajas. That one fouled off. Popped up. Bush. They got it for out number 2. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Here's Kyle Tucker. Two outs. There goes the runner. Cut on and missed. One ball. Throw. Save. Man on second, 2 down. Got him. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. On to the second now from Dodger Stadium. All tied 1-1. All set for the start of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. Connect on the curveball, struck him out.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
And a curve is down and in. And it's fouled away. And they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Just off the outside part of the plate. Swing and a ground ball. Slings to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting 8, second baseman, Matt Shaw.
2 down, base is empty. Matt Shaw digs in now. 2 outs, base is empty. Now he breaks his bat. And foul ball. Inside. It's 2-2. And that's downstairs and outside. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Stays alive. In the air, center field. Pajes brings it in for the third out. So they go quietly there. Now to the bottom of the second. All tied 1-1. We head to the bottom of the second. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Gets through into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Now the catcher up to hit. Dalton rushing. Runner at first with no outs here. Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. He did not go around. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Out towards right center. That's well struck. This one could be trouble. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Coming home. The relay throw. And he's out.
There on the tag. Out.
A lot of real estate to cover on that play defensively. A long throw to the cutoff man, and then a lot of ground to make up as well on the relay. But an excellent job of execution and getting that out at the dish as he tried to make it home all the way from first base.
2 down. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Kim getting ready to hit. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We head on down to the top of the third, all tied 1-1. Back here in L.A., top half of the third inning. So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. Here's a high chopper, and that chance handled. Gets it to first, and a quick out, number one. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Nico Horner will come up to hit. One down, base is empty, and a foul ball. Swings through it for the K. Tied him up on a fastball inside.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Here's Alex Bregman. Swings through that one for strike two. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And it stays fair. And he's got a double. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. So, runner at second, 2 down. Ian Happ up to hit. The 2-1. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Here comes Bregman around third. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
And we're back. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Outside with a breaking ball.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. Oh, look at the stop. But no chance. That's an infield single.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at-bat, battling with 2 strikes. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Ohtani back in.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Here is Freddie Freeman. Tapper back to the mound. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at-bat.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. That one out to right. Suzuki on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Out number 2. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
No, that's low.
That's in there. It's 2-2. And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
Two outs and 1 in scoring position. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the top of the fourth. And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-1.
You know, these Cubs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. Couple of hits in a row for him here. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Go ahead run on base. Kelly will hit next. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
Next to hit, Michael Busch. That's down and in.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
First and second, no outs. Top half of inning number 4. And that one fouled off.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's one. Throw to first, but he beat it. Dansby Swanson stands in.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And that's outside.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
Runner takes off. Sliced hard but foul. Suzuki on third. Busch over at first with one away. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Number 63 looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Henriquez getting loose as well. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two on, one out. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In comes the run from third. And it's an RBI single and a 2-1 ball game now.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
First and second, one out. Shaw now at the plate.
2 balls, 1 strike.
In the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. That one outside. And the count is 3-1.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Hey! We got a full count.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Off balance feet. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Now here is Pete Crow Armstrong. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Pajes settles underneath it. Makes the grab, and that's the third out. But the RBI single pushes across a run, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here at Dodger Stadium, ready to go, bottom 4. And here is Kyle Tucker. To the right side, Shaw. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Now it's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Kelly collects, fires to first, out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
And now Dalton rushing. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on. Hangs on to the foul tip. That's a strikeout. Dodgers go down quietly. They're down 2-1. A new arm into the game, the righty, number 63.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
So the batting order turns over. So here's Horner now. And now 2 balls and a strike.
You know, these Cubs, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 3. And he grounds one to the right side. Throw on to Freeman, and they get Nico Horner one away.
Up next for the Cubs, third baseman Alex Bregman.
And up next for Chicago, Alex Bregman. 1 out, base is empty. And that one is lifted in the air. Pajes hauls it in for the out.
Up next for the Cubs, left fielder.
And next for the Cubs, Ian Happ.
I want to go back to that last swing because it was such a perfect hit. We've seen them square up a few fastballs today, and a lot of the credit goes to the timing of their swings.
2 outs. Foul ball there. Got him swinging. So they make short work of him there. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Cubs 2 and the Dodgers 1. Back here at Chavez Ravine, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Santiago Espinal. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one missed. And that's in the dirt. This one popped up. Suzuki running hard for it. Makes a nice running catch. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Swings and misses. Gonna count 1 and 2.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm. Set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Fights that one away. Still 1 and 2. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter.
And that one hammered. That ball's carrying. Gone. He dunks it off the foul pole. And we're level. It's 2-2.
That's exactly what this crowd wanted to see in this spot. He blasted that pitch. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something, but really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Pitch misses, and a count 2-1. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. top 6. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Alex Vesia looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Number 86 also throwing. Popped up. Freeman gets under it. And there's one down.
Now batting, catcher Carson Kelly.
And now the batter is Carson Kelly. All tied up, and we're the top half of the 6th. Gets a piece and stays alive. One down, base is empty. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
And that one fouled off. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And there's a ball. And that's in the dirt. Full count now. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swings and misses. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. We are tied 2-2. New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Ben Brown. Three, 4, 5 due up for the home team. And now here is Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, he didn't get the call on the mound the pitch before. Felt like he should have had him looking, I think. But, you know, that's good composure right there. He found a way to come back with another good pitch to get him to swing and miss.
Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Suzuki makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle.
And now the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
That's out.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Here's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas. Swung on, popped up left side. Bregman settles under it. Makes the catch, and that'll do it. One left for LA. Score remains 2-2. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Alex Vesia. Swanson digs in. The 1-1. And a foul ball. That just misses. Ball 2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. And Swanson is set down.
Now that second baseman, Matt Shaw.
Now it's the second baseman, Matt Shaw. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
One down, base is empty. Uh-oh, that got him. And the potential winning run is aboard. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport. Next offering upstairs.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
One away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over, so get a little momentum as you turn it over. With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here's Nico Horner. Snap throw to first. Shaw dives back in safely. On the ground right side. Rojas on to first. Out number 3. Cubs leave 1. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jacob Webb. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Dalton rushing. The 1-1. That's a little bit low.
2-1.
There's the strike. Out to short. On the run, sends it over to first. On the money, nice play. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Santiago Espinal. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Obi Milner getting ready to go. Assad, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. That one not close. And that's ball 2. And that skips in the dirt.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Suzuki hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop.
So up next, Hesung Kim. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Two outs. On the ground, right side. And that one finds its way through.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Right through there for a strike. Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So the Dodgers leave one, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th, number 86. So digging in, Alex Bregman.
Number 86.
Ball to strike. Ground ball up the middle. Rojas with the throw to first. And they get Bregman for the out. At the plate, Ian Happ. That one's in there, and the count is even 2-2. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Tanner Scott looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Comes a 2-2. Liner snagged it first.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Seiya Suzuki, the next to hit. That's ball four. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Now at the plate, Carson Kelly. Check on the runner. Suzuki back in on a dive. Runner on the go. Pitch misses in. Wide throw, and it gets away.
I think a good throw to second base has a chance to catch him right there. So that's a throw he's going to want back behind the dish. And you roll the dice when you send the runner, but oftentimes...
Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. And that's how they take the lead. It's 4-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Michael Busch digs in now. That's inside. Ground ball to the right side, and that's just foul. And ring him up, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. It's now 4-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Javier Assad.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
That misses the zone, and now 3-2. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Caleb Thielbar up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. The other way, fair ball. Around first, heading for two. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Tying run at the plate. Swing, and he breaks his bat. In time to Busch. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Got to feel pretty good for the pitcher. Absolutely sawed him off. Bat explodes. And then he makes an easy play on it. Pretty satisfying if you're out there on the ball.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Andy Pajes. The tying run at the plate. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. That one missing inside. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
See, every time you see me, I got something new. Every time you see me, I got something new.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Edgardo Henriquez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now the DH, Dansby Swanson.
Two balls, two strikes.
And down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Pajes pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, center fielder. Pete
2 outs,
Crow
base is
Armstrong.
empty. So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. In the air, left field. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Nothing doing here this half. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the 9th. It's the Cubs 4 and the Dodgers 2. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Caleb Thielbar.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Digging in, Miguel Rojas. Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He goes down looking.
Well, he froze him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called 3rd strike.
And a 1-1. Right side. Bush steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
So they're down to their final out. Now the 3rd baseman, Santiago Espinal. Two-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. And a weak ground ball to the left side. And that'll do it.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
And your final 4-2. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.